So now we're going to look at the touch controls of the Skullcandy Sesh True Wireless earbuds. So basically just pressing them once like this on either side will pause or play the track, and it will also answer and decline phone calls. Pressing it twice like this will increase the volume on the right side, and it will decrease the volume on the left side. Also, pressing and holding it for a period of 2 seconds on the right side will take you to the next track, while pressing and holding it for a period of 2 seconds on the left side will take you to the previous track. Also, if you want to activate voice assistant on these, you need to triple tap either your bud 3 times consecutively. To turn off the power on these earphones, just press and hold them for a period of 4 seconds, and if you want to turn them on, you simply press and hold them for 2 seconds. However, you actually don't need to do this because they have something called auto on and auto off. So basically, when you put the earbuds inside the case, and that's it, this turns them off, and simply pulling them out will turn them on as well as put them into pairing mode. So somehow, if it doesn't happen with the auto power on and off, you can always use the manual controls to control this. In addition to that, these also have a 6mm driver, so they should be able to boost bass quite well, and also they have a frequency response of 20 Hz to 20 kHz or 20,000 Hz. The weight of the earbuds themselves is 59 grams for both of them, and as we mentioned before, the charging case is 106 grams. Also, these have Bluetooth 5.0 as we mentioned, so the connectivity should be pretty seamless, and they have a wireless range of 33 feet or 10 meters. So we have tested the Skullcandy Sesh True Wireless earbuds, and in our experience we found that these earphones provide an extremely comfortable fit in the ear. Their angled nozzles make sure that they fit inside your ear securely, and also the silicone tips make sure that you have decent passive noise cancellation as well. So basically, these earphones have a very warm bass forward profile. However, sometimes because of the boosted bass, the mids appear to be a little recessed. So what happens is that the vocals don't come out as clear as you'd like them to, and even mid-range instruments tend to sound a little lackluster. The treble on these earphones are decent, but the roll-off point is not very accurate, so it's not very seamless. It also lacks the intensity and drive it needs in the treble, so it mostly appears as a dark, bassy sound, which is quite boomy. However, if you are a bass lover and if you listen to EDM music and a lot of rap and hip hop, then these earphones would actually be quite suitable for you. Classical music and other such genres, these are not so good. Other than that, they do get very loud. We had to keep the volume at around 40 to 50% for it to be comfortable. If you really like listening to your music loud, you can even bump it up to 60-70%. It also features a lot of drive when the volume is pumped up. And also, even at high volumes when we tested, there was very minimal distortion in these. So other than this, the fit is comfortable. The battery life is a little underwhelming when compared to the competition, since it only gives you around 10 hours with the charging case. In our tests, the buds themselves lasted for around 2 hours and 45 minutes at around 50 to 60% volume, while the charging case could charge it around 1.5 to 2 times more. So overall, we really like the comfort that these earphones offer. They have good bass, but it can be slightly too boosted for mids, and vocal centric music will get distorted. Also, the charging case is a bit too bulky in our opinion. It really bulges out of the pocket, especially if you're wearing form-fitting clothes. So that's it really. If you like Skullcandy as a brand, these can be good earphones to go for because Skullcandy is known for their bass forward profile. And yeah, that's it for the review. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys.